In this country, over the last couple of years, we've seen all of our prices for various things go up: food, petrol, electric, gas, the basic necessities of life, really. I think we can all agree on that. And one of the things that continues to go up every single year is our council tax. Now, what should happen, they should only be able to raise it by a certain amount without the need to hold a referendum. And then over that point, they do, except in special circumstances given permission by government, such as Birmingham. They've raised it by, or they plan to raise it by, I think it's 21% over the next 2 years. Now, that's all well and good with regard to raising funds for the council, but we all know our shared opinion on council tax, no matter what side of the bench you sit on, where you are with it. But at the end of the day, if the members of the public are supposed to pay it on time to a certain date, then surely members of the public that are elected councillors or work for the councils should be paying it too, equally on time. Well, it turns out there's a lot of information on the internet regarding the fact that this just isn't happening. If you think this is a disgrace and council tax as a whole is a disgrace, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think of it. I want to run through some documents with you. We'll start with this one. Councillors who fail to pay council tax can be named under the Freedom of Information Act, a judge says. So somebody's gone for this. In an important FOI decision, it's been ruled the name of councillors who haven't paid their council tax should be made public. Upper Tribunal Judge Kate Marcus QC said there's been an error in law by the previous tribunal, an Information Commissioner's Office decision, and names should be disclosed. Subsequently, 3 years after making the request, the Bolton News revealed that Labour councillor Ismail Ibrahim was at the heart of the council tax scandal. An original request by the newspaper asked for information about councillors that hadn't paid council tax since May 2011. It was 6 councillors hadn't paid and 2 had been summoned to court. A subsequent request, and the one that got appealed, was made by the newspaper for the names of the 2. One was Ibrahim, and the other voluntarily disclosed their name when the case first received publicity. The decision by the tribunal judge is naturally one with several complex parts to it. It refers to Section 40 of the FOI Act, which provides an exemption for personal data. The exemption is heavily intertwined with the Data Protection Act and where it is fair to disclose personal details of an individual. For those looking for a more technical analysis, there's more there. In essence, non-payment of council tax has a significant public dimension, as it means that a councillor isn't legally allowed to vote at council meetings. That's very interesting. I didn't know that. The council argued that the non-payment of the council tax was mostly a private issue. It was written in the tribunal judgment that the matter is partly private. It relates to a private property and is a matter of a private debt in respect of which the individual incurs a private liability. However, the judgment points out that a councillor cannot vote of a budget if they have an outstanding council tax debt of more than 2 months. It then goes on to say if a councillor is present at any meeting at which relevant matters are discussed, he or she must disclose that, obviously under the rules. Thus, council tax default strikes at the heart of the performance of a councillor's function. Marcus said the judge went on to say that as one vote could be the difference between a vote succeeding or failing, it is crucial to a councillor being able to do their job properly. Moreover, the judgment said recent failure to pay council tax is likely to impact on public perceptions and confidence in a councillor as a public figure. I've gone on long enough with that article, I know, but you can see there that there is a bit of an impact to this. And there's loads out there on this. I mean, here is another one right here. This was dated within the last 6 days. A Coventry councillor was issued with a court order to pay his council tax after failing to pay a bill worth hundreds of pounds on time. Labour member for Wycombe Ward, Robert Thay, fell behind on his council tax payments in 2022-2023. So that's last year's payments. The local authority sent him reminders before a court served him with a legal demand, and he paid it. Mr. Fay said he had paid late in some months, which prompted the reminders. He told the BBC he did not have a direct debit set up because he preferred to pay larger amounts at times of his choosing. And it goes on. Now, I take exception to that. I don't know about you, larger amounts at time of his choosing, where the rest of us, they give us a bill with dates and they demand it's paid. Otherwise, they cause us untold amounts of stress. I mean, we have all the various movements out there regarding council tax, many of which I've, taken great pains to advertise myself. Here's another one. Daly's FOI request reveals councillor had unpaid council tax bill. So this is Leeds this time. A councillor is due to appear in court over an unpaid council tax bill of almost £1,000. £1,000. That's for the period 2023-2024. So that is still this billing period. It goes on. And the last one, and you'll see here, dozens of councillors threaten with legal action after failing to pay their council tax bills. Again, more of them. I mean, are they above the law? Do they think they're above the law? Is there something that's preventing them? Are they in financial trouble? But at the end of the day, they're saying if they don't, it specifically says, I mean, this one looks like it's up Scotland way, where they're having problems there. It specifically says, if you fall behind on your council tax, then you're not allowed to vote in important decisions such as budgets and all of this sort of thing within the council. And there's a bit of hypocrisy going on, particularly with one of the comments, oh, I'll pay it at a time of my choosing. No, you won't. You'll pay it on time like everybody else. I hear everyone screaming at the monitor right now, you shouldn't pay council tax, blah, 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 blah. That is another conversation that I've had in another video. This is purely just pointing out some of the shenanigans that's going on behind the scenes at various councils around the country. Now, the person that sent me this information, they say Google it. There's loads of it, absolutely loads of it. There's about 7 or 8 links they sent me, and that's just 4 of them. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to see another one of my videos, do that one there. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.